Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial from my channel. Today we will talk about the development of T cell. T cell is another name of the T lymphocyte. So, like other blood corpuscles, the birthplace of the T lymphocytes is the bone marrow. But its further development, that is differentiation and maturation, takes place in the thymus. So, the abbreviation of T, as the name of these cells denotes, thymus, the organ in which these cells mature. If we relate the immune system of our body with the defense system of our country, then the T cells of our immune system is much comparable to the armed trained soldiers. Development of T cells mainly depends on the sequential rearrangement and expression of the TCR genes, that is T cell receptor genes. Second one is the cell proliferation, and the third factor for the development of T cells is the antigen induced selection process and commitment to subsets that are both distinct phenotypically and functionally. At first, we have to know how the T cells born and also about their birthplace, place of origin or birth of the T cells is the bone marrow. Inside the bone marrow, there is a specific region such as the vascular and endothelial niche, and in this specific niche the T cells are born from the hematopoietic stem cell. This is the vascular niche. The hematopoietic pluripotent stem cells give rise to the lymphoid progenitor cell, which gives rise to the cells of the adaptive immune system, and the other is the myeloid progenitor cell, which will give rise to the cells of the innate immune system. Lymphoid progenitor cells in sequential steps produce B cell precursor cell and T cell precursor cell. Now, the B cells remain in the bone marrow to complete their further development, whereas the T cell precursor leaves the bone marrow, enter the bloodstream, and reach their training school, the thymus. Studies revealed that commitment to the T cell lineage was dependent on a receptor, Notch, which had been classically associated with embryonic cell development. Notch, in fact, regulates the decision of a lymphoid precursor to become a T versus a B lymphocyte. When a constitutively active version of Notch1 transcription factor, one of the four versions of Notch, is overexpressed in hematopoietic cells, T cells rather than B cells develop in the bone marrow. Reciprocally, when the Notch1 gene is knocked out among the hematopoietic precursors, B cells rather than T cells develop in the thymus. The training school of the T cell is the thymus. If we make a cross section of the thymus, we will get a view like that. The cross section of the thymus has the peripheral capsule. Just inside the capsule, the region is known as the cortex, and inner region of the cortex is called as the medulla. Thymus is a lobulated primary lymphoid organ. It plays an important role in cell-mediated immunity. Thymic epithelium is developed from embryonic pharyngeal pouches. Thymic lymphocytes, which are the immature T cells, are basically mesodermal in origin. It weighs 10 to 35 gram at the time of birth, but until puberty it gains a maximum weight of 20 to 50 grams. It is bilobed and encapsulated structure. Fibrous extensions of the thymus called trabeculae, which extend inward from the capsule and divide each lobe into multiple incomplete lobules. So each lobule has an outer cortical layer and a central medulla. Since the lobules are incomplete, medulla shows continuity between the neighboring lobules. Anatomically, if we see the thymus, it can be subdivided into several layers like the uppermost subcapsular region, it is the peripheral region, then cortex, corticomedullary junction, and then medulla. Inside the thymus, there is thymic epithelial cells and the thymocytes, which should be matured into T cells. The T cells enter the thymus from the high endothelial venule HEV. From the medullary region, they move towards the subcapsular region. There, the T cell progenitors divide, amplify their numbers, then they run down to the medulla, followed by cortex, corticomedullary junction, and in this process they encounter their teacher come trainer, the thymic epithelial cells. Then the immature T cells undergo training and screening procedure throughout their schooling. It takes 3 weeks approximately to complete the thymic training. Now we will discuss what actually occurs in the T cells during their training. Like our childhood, the double negative stage, which is found in the subcapsular region, is one of the phase of the life cycle of the T cell. At that time they have the precursor of the T cell receptor, but they do not have CD8 or CD4 as their co-receptor. TCR or T cell receptor at this stage consists of either alpha and beta, or it could have gamma and delta. The double negative stage is the time for VDJ rearrangement of TCR genes, which gives rise a huge diversity of the TCR, so that it can encounter various kinds of peptides. Like the B cell receptor genes, the T cell receptor genes also undergo rearrangements. Now within the double negative stage there are many substages, and these substages are characterized by specific marker expression like c-KIT, CD7, CD44, and the substages are named as DN1, that is double negative 1, DN2 double negative 2, DN3 double negative 3, and DN4 double negative 4. In the DN1 or the double negative 1 substage, CD44, CD7 and c-KIT proteins are expressed. After D1 substage, TCR genes begin to rearrange at the DN2 stage. At that time, c-KIT, CD7, both the CD25 and CD44 proteins are expressed in the pro T cell. From the pro T cell, early pre T cell is formed by the help of two types of interleukin, IL-2 and IL-7. In the early pre T cell, c-KIT, CD7 and CD25 proteins are expressed. TCR gamma, delta, beta rearrangement is completed at this DN3 stage. After the DN3 stage, which is also known as early pre-T cell, it will form the late pre-T cell, where the TCR alpha rearrangement is completed, that is at the DN4 stage, and in this stage CD3, CD7 and pre-TCR is expressed, but CD25 and CD44 is not expressed. After the formation of the DN4 substage, double positive thymocyte will appear, and it will have both the CD4 and CD8 as their co-receptor, along with T cell receptor and CD3, CD7 protein. After formation of the double positive thymocyte, thymic selection occurs, that is positive and negative selection we will discuss later, and then the mature T cell, that is single positive T cell, will appear. Single positive T cell means it will have either CD4 or CD8 as their co-receptor. If they have CD4, the cells is called CD4 plus cell, and if they have CD8 receptor, the cells will be called as CD8 plus cells. When they will have the CD4 plus cells interact with the MHC2 molecule, and the CD8 plus cells interact with the MHC class 1 molecule. TCR beta chain is rearranged firstly, and it is followed by the alpha chain gene rearrangement. After the rearrangement of the both alpha and beta chain, mature TCR alpha beta is formed. But there is another possibility to form TCR gamma and delta, which is less prevalent. Thymocytes can express either TCR or TCR receptors, and vertebrates generate two broad categories of T cells: those that express TCR alpha and beta receptor chains, and those that express TCR gamma and delta receptor chains. TCR alpha beta cells are the dominant participants in the adaptive immune response in secondary lymphoid organ. However, TCR gamma delta cells have also play an important role, particularly in protecting our mucosal tissue from outside infection. TCR alpha beta is found in secondary lymphoid tissues, and TCR gamma delta is found in the intraepithelial tissue. The ratio of TCR alpha beta and TCR gamma delta in our body is approximately 3:1. Although the TCR gamma delta is more prominent or more prevalent in fetus, and they are the first T cell formed during the fetal development, but in adult the number of TCR gamma delta gradually decreases. In adults, only 0.5% of the thymocytes have TCR gamma delta. TCR alpha beta usually recognize protein antigen, but the TCR gamma delta recognize lipid antigen. As the TCR alpha beta is more numerous than TCR gamma delta, so TCR alpha beta is dominant participant of the adaptive immune response. They secrete cytokine after exposing to antigen, whereas TCR gamma delta protect us from mucosal tissue infection. TCR in the cortex express both the co-receptor, and the co-receptors are CD4 and CD8, and now they are termed as double positive stage, which is 80% of the thymus. But this time TCR gene rearrangement has been completed, and the T cells have the functional TCR at the time. Now in the cortex they will interact with the thymic epithelial cells. Now the T cell will interact with either MHC1 or MHC2 protein, which is present on the cell membrane of thymic epithelial cells, and the thymic epithelial cells through MHC1 or MHC2 they will present the self peptide, and the T cell at the cortex region will bind with either THC1 or THC2 cell. Now, two distinct selection process occurs. First one is the positive selection. Then the cells learn to recognize MHC molecule, which ensures MHC restriction, and it is followed by the negative selection. Here the cells learn to recognize MHC molecule but not with high affinity, that the negative selection ensures self-tolerance. In the cortex, if the T cells can recognize the MHC bound peptide, next round of selection process occurs and the T cell will amplify in number, that the cells will divide. But if the T cell cannot recognize the MHC bound peptide, 90% of the population will die and through apoptosis. Now just think how the process is stringent. If the T cell cannot recognize the MHC bound peptide, it will death by neglect. 90% population will die. Then another phenomena, if the interaction between the T cell and the thymic epithelial cell occurs in low affinity or with moderate affinity, then next round of selection process will be occur. If their interaction occurs at a high affinity, then again it will die through apoptosis by means of negative selection. So when the T cell will interact with the class 2 MHC molecules, downregulation of CD8 protein expression occurs and CD4 protein will be upregulated. That means it will be expressed. So the T cell will be CD4 plus helper T cell. If the T cell interacts with the class 1 MHC molecule bound with the cell membrane of the thymic cell, then CD4 will be downregulated and CD8 protein will be upregulated, and the T cell will be CD8 plus cytotoxic T cell. If the T cell cannot recognize either class 1 or class 2 MHC molecule, then the T cell will die by neglect. And if the T cell binds with both the MHC class 1 and MHC class 2 protein with a high affinity, it will also die by means of negative selection. After the medulla, when their training is completed, they enter into the high endothelial venule to migrate around the other parts of the body, the peripheral lymph organs such as the lymph node. Thanks for watching the video. This is all about the T cell development, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you like the video, give it a quick thumbs up and don't forget to share and subscribe.